Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. It's your boy Sanford. You came to me when you stole over $10,000. You came to me and you told me of the 4 abortions you had. You came to me and told me that you pushed and bruised and battered and beat your mom. You came to me when you pushed your dad downstairs. You came to me when he beat and bruised you. You came to me when you struggled with food and you blamed yourself and you were so full of guilt and shame. You came to me when you were abusive to your children. You came to me when you prostituted your body. You came to me when you worked in strip clubs and you felt ashamed and guilty and worthless. And I was there. I was there not because I'm better than anyone else, but because that's exactly where I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be there in that particular time, in that particular place. Now, I have made errors in my life. And in previous posts, you've heard me speak of some of the things I've done. But along with those things that are mistakes of my humanness, along with the mistakes of your humanness, you are brilliant, amazing, and awesome. There are going to be things that other people do not see as ever being forgivable. But guess what? That's their stuff. It's not yours. I, like anyone else, have to learn to let go of my past. I can do nothing about it anymore. You can do nothing about it anymore. But the journey that I am on now, like many of the people that are starting surrounding me, we are on journeys of telling our stories, the things that we've done, not only as adults, but as children, things that were hidden in our subconscious that we forgot, and of course that we carried on through our teens and 20s and 30s and 40s. And they started coming out, and we started understanding why we did and do some of the things we do. But the great thing about now is that once you are aware, you can start making choices like I have. There are things that I've done in my past that I don't ever care to do again. Now, at one point in my life, I tried alcohol, and I made a choice not to do that again. Because at that time, my tumbling, my acrobatics, and my flips I was just discovering those. And my boys and I were hanging out, and they said, hey, let's do some drinking. And so, I started drinking. And then when I started flipping upside down, I didn't know where I was. So I decided to get my high from my tumbling. No pun intended, of course. But a lot of them, they kept drinking. They eventually went into drugs. And not that they always lean toward each other, but many of my friends from in my days of growing up are either dead, in jail, or strung out on drugs or alcohol. My point is we all make a choice whether or not we want to stay in a particular place. And I'm making a choice not to stay in those places where others try to point me towards. Sanford, you had an affair. You're a bad man. That's where you've got to stay. You're not the greatest father in the world. You're a bad man. That's where you got to stay. You made mistakes financially. You're a bad man. That's where you got to stay. You hurt people. You got to stay there. So you robbed a bank. So you had abortions. So you struggled with food. You struggled with addiction. You struggled with men and women in your lives. That's a part of your journey. That's a part of your story. Don't be afraid of your story. And understand this, my friends. Your journey is never between you and them. Between you and your mother, you and your father, you and your girlfriend, you and your wife, you and your kids. That's not who your journey is for. This life is not between you and them. It's between you and God. So let go of the shit. Let go of the old stuff. Once you do, you'll start finding people coming into your life that will help you finish that old and start anew. You have to understand you're so much more. Don't let people hold you down or hold you back. They can gossip all they want to, but they too are on a journey. And remember, love your mission. Peace.